Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be deep diving into the closing costs associated with buying your new home. So have you ever sat back and wondered, like, what does it take to actually buy a home? Or what are all these fees? Why does it cost so much to buy a home? Well, we're going to actually look at all the potential fees, at least most of them, depending on your state that you're in. And sometimes the different counties, there can be some different fees, but I'm going to go over the typical closing costs associated with buying a home. So I'm Stephanie, and on this channel, we talk about all things home buying, property tours, and everything like that. But we also emphasize the importance of getting mortgage ready. So we do that by saving and paying down debt and budgeting all through the cash stuffing system. So if that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and stick around, get comfy, because we are going to deep dive into this topic today. I put together this sheet. This is actually a PDF that I'm going to make available for free on my Ko-fi.com page. So you can get this downloaded for free. And we're just going to go over each one of these fees and just let's talk about it, okay? So keep in mind that this list here is going to be general estimates, and the exact cost will vary from state to state and from lender to lender. So it's going to be depending on the home loan that you go with, along with the lender that you choose and their fees that's associated with, the closing costs. Your loan officer should go over in detail a loan estimate. I should have had a copy of a loan estimate here for us to look at. But when we're saving for our home and our closing costs, knowing exactly what's included is going to help us kind of break it down and save smartly, right? So we have our loan origination fee. The loan origination fee is the fee that is charged by the lender to process your loan application. That's typically anywhere from 0.5% to 1% of the loan amount. And so I left the space for you to put in what you would like to save for. I actually like to estimate high, and then if I need lower, then that's a bonus for me. But I actually did this. I made this PDF so that you can go ahead and print it and start your closing cost saving journey. I did it for myself, and I'm going to show you mine in just a minute. Next one is the appraisal fee. The appraisal fee is the cost of having the home professionally appraised. We want to know exactly how much that house is going to cost. So we want to make sure that we are paying the right price for the home and we're not overpaying. Okay, so that is going to be typically between $400 and $600. The next one you have is the credit report fee. This is the cost for the lender to pull your credit report. There's going to be a $25 to $50 fee associated with that credit pull. Once you come to closing, it's going to be added to your closing cost. So it's typically not something that you have to pay up front unless that specific lender, again, charges for that upfront, and some lenders do. So don't be surprised by that. Okay, the next is a title search and title insurance. The title search ensures that there are no liens on the property. The title insurance protects against future claims. So that essentially means that you do a title search to make sure that nobody can come back 5 years, 10 years, even 1 year from the time that you purchase and say, hey, this is actually my property, or hey, my dad owned this property and he passed away and it's supposed to go to me. So this makes sure that nobody can come back and make claim to your house once you're the owner. This usually costs between $500 and $1,000, okay? And it's a one-time fee. The attorney's fees. In Georgia specifically, Georgia requires an attorney to be present at the closing. Now, this might not be the case for all states. I know it's not the case for all states, but in Georgia specifically, it's an attorney state. So this covers the legal fees for that transaction, usually between $500 and $1,500. The survey fee. This is the cost to verify property boundaries and check for encroachments. And encroachment is basically making sure that your property is within its boundary lines and a neighboring property on either side does not encroach or come into your property. Okay, this is usually between $300 and $500. Next is the home inspection fee. The home inspection fee is one of those fees that comes before you even get to the closing table. It's a professional inspection to assess the condition of the home before you buy it. Okay, so you want to always never skip the home inspection. Okay, once you go under contract, you will then have a what is called a due diligence period. And in that due diligence period, you will be able to get the home inspected. This you will hire a home inspector, getting their price, usually between 300 to 500, and you want to get choose someone that can come out to the home as soon as possible. So the thing you want to remember is that with the home inspection fee, this fee is non-refundable. Once the services are complete, it is done. You get your home inspection, and for any reason during due diligence you feel like you do not want to move forward with the home, you do not get this fee back. So I recommend that you save the 300 to 500, but give yourself give yourself a cushion, because you need to do this for every home that you go under contract with. Lucky are the ones who go under contract and it just goes smoothly and then nothing happens to make you need to either back out of the home after home inspection or anything like that, and then you have to begin the search process again. If that happens, when you go under contract again, you will have to pay that home inspection fee again. Okay. The next fee is your pest inspection fee or your termite fee. This can be anywhere between $75 and $150. This is an inspection to check for termites or other pests often required by the lenders, especially for VA loan and FHA loan. This is a requirement. So they want to make sure that no pests are eating away at the house. That's just what it says. Then you have the recording fees. These fees are charged by the county to record the sale and to transfer the ownership to you. And so this usually costs between $50 and $150. So the transfer tax are taxes paid to transfer the title from the seller to the buyer. Again, these go kind of hand in hand. This one is transferring the title, and this one is making sure that the sale is properly recorded in the county courthouse. That's the difference between the two. This is the actual transfer. This is the documentation of it. All right. So this can cost anywhere from $1 per 1,000 of the sales price, or 0.1% of the sales price in transfer tax. The escrow fee are fees to the escrow agent for managing the closing cost process. Okay, and so this can be anywhere between $300 and $700. All right. Yep, it continues. And then, so another fee you're going to look at is the prepaid interest. Interest accrued between the closing date and the first mortgage payment due date. This varies based on the loan rate and the days of accrual. So I will just put an estimate number here, and we'll take it from there. I'll give you some ideas when we look at mine. Um, Property taxes prepaid. Usually it's a prorated amount of property taxes and it's required to be paid at closing. This varies. The average is between $1,000 and $3,000 annually. So this is going to be paid depending on your county that the house is located in. And you can look up this number. It's public information on the county website. Homeowners insurance. This is 1 year of homeowners insurance is required to be paid upfront at closing. You need homeowners insurance. You don't want to skip, well, you can't skip homeowners insurance, especially when you have a loan. This can be anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 annually, and it's not smart to do that anyway, because if something were to happen to the house, then you wouldn't have any protection to replace or repair any damages. So private mortgage insurance, now this is required if the down payment is less than 20%. PMI, private mortgage insurance, can be paid at closing or monthly. Now, with the FHA loan, which is only a 3.5% required down payment, that usually it is included in your monthly payment automatically. 0.3% to 0.1.5% of the loan amount annually, if it's applicable. Now, the way you can avoid PMI is to pay at least 20% of your make a 20% down payment. Also, the VA loan does not include PMI. It doesn't have PMI associated with it. Now, HOA fees. So if you decide to move into an HOA community, homeowners association community, some properties may require prorated homeowners association fees to be paid upfront. Now, this varies between $200 and $500 annually, typically prorated. Now, I will budget for this. I don't intend on purchasing in an HOA, but I could use that money for something else to go somewhere else. So closing settlement fee. This fee is charged by the closing agent for facilitating the closing process. Okay, and this is $300 to $600. Lender's title insurance protects the lender from title issues that may arise after the closing, and this is range between $200 and $400. Remember how I said like that I gave you the example of somebody coming back and saying that they have a claim to the property? Yeah. Owner's title insurance. This is optional, but it's recommended. It protects the buyer from title related issues. Again, $300 to $700 one time. It's optional, but it's good to have. And then you have your down payment. Now, depending on the loan, this can vary widely. Okay, greatly. So, down payment can be anywhere from 3 to 20% of the sales price. Conventional loans can go as low as 3%. FHA loans is 3.5%. Most times you're paying 5% for conventional. VA loan has 0% and USDA have 0%. So the down payment can range. It just depends on what loan program you're going with. I want to qualify for the FHA loan or conventional, so I am going to automatically, I'm just going to say that I'm saving 3.5%. Flood certification fee. It determines if the property is in a flood zone. That's 10 to 30%. I'm sorry, $10 to $30. The courier overnight fee is the cost to send documents overnight to parties involved in the transaction. That's $50 to $100. And notary fees. These are the fees for a notary public to verify signatures on documents. This can be anywhere from $100 to $150. And your home warranty. It says optional here, but again, you don't want to skip that. Home warranty covers everything. Okay, sometimes purchased by the buyer or seller to cover repairs for the first year. So while home warranty covers repairs, like it covers things like your HVAC and things like that, your homeowner's insurance will cover things like your roof in case of weather damage. So that's the difference between those two, and you want to have both. That's anywhere between $300 and $600. Now, that's just an overview of typical fees associated with closing on a home. So let's take a look at what I have put together. Okay, so I went ahead and chose a $350,000 purchase price for myself. I would like to purchase a duplex, and I find that this is um, a good entry price point for a duplex. At 3.5%, I am going to be able to use the FHA loan because I intend to do the house hacking method when it comes to that, where I'll live in one side and rent out the other. So 3.5% of a $350,000 home is $12,250. Now, with the closing costs, so I went ahead and put in my goals for each line item, and then I just added them all together to get my closing costs, which you can, like I said, get a copy of this PDF. It's a free download, and I will leave a link in the description. But I just aimed high, and I came up with the number of $18,294.38. Now, on my tracker am going to round this number up just because that's the way that I like to handle my money. I always give myself a little buffer, rounding up to the nearest 5 or 10. So that's how I came up with my closing costs. So I have my down payment, I have my closing costs, but I took it a step further. So I wanted to actually go ahead and figure out what my moving costs would be because, okay, since we're saving, let's just go ahead and be all the way prepared, okay? So I went ahead and put and added in my moving costs, okay? So that is going to be, the moving truck, the professional movers, the packing supplies, okay? And I even with this, I gave a range. Now this is not included, but I guess I can. Let me know in the comments below if you want this estimated estimation graph that I created. I did it for myself so that I can come up with this number. If you would like a copy, I'll include it with a free PDF. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to have. Um, but anyway, so I have the professional moving fees, the packing supplies, furniture and appliances, the living room, dining room. Now, this is the cost to put furniture in all these places. It's going to differ depending on what size home that you want. So the living room, dining room, master bedroom, and any other bedrooms, kitchen, um, bathroom, any miscellaneous items and appliances, utilities, and the cleaning costs. So I essentially just estimated high in all of these and came up with my final savings budget. So this is going to be my estimated total um, using the high range of the numbers. So my down payment will be $12,250. My closing costs will be $18,294. My moving truck and movers, I did an estimate of $2,500 and $300 for supplies. And then for the furniture, I did 1,800, appliances 5,000, and utilities and cleaning 800. Now, what I want to show you is my home savings binder. And I put together this binder in order to start my saving. I'm so excited for this because this is what it's all about, right? This is the whole deal here. So, I went ahead and made a closing cost savings dashboard, and it literally has everything, all the fees that we just went over, written on this little dashboard, and it's going to go into my savings. It's in my savings binder. I laminated it. You can get these downloads from my Kofi app, Kofi page. I don't know why I keep calling it an app, but it's not an app, guys. It's a page, but you can get you can order the laminated version, or you can get the printable downloads and print them out yourself and use them. But what I intend to do with this tracker is every time that I'm saving inside my home savings binder, I'm going to set an intention for one of these items that I am actually saving for. And when it is fully funded, I will mark it off. So I see one of these easy ones that I can do really quickly. I'm all about the quick wins. Okay. So one of these that I can do really quickly will be like the credit report fee. And let me just get you guys in a little closer so you can see. So the credit report fee. So once I save that $50, I will then go ahead and mark it in on my tracker like so. And then once it's all filled, then I know that I have my closing costs saved. Okay. And so with this, with it being laminated, I find that these Expo dry erase markers work really well. And then all you would have to do when you are is reusable. Any of the trackers that you get from me, the laminated ones will be reusable. You just get a alcohol pad, and then you can just wipe it off just like that and start over. But I imagine that once this one is done, uh, I'm not gonna say I won't be starting over, but this is probably gonna last me a long time. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I laminated it. And then that's the other thing with and then it fits right into the binder so neatly. Okay. So I do have the rest of my binder. So we have the down payment. So what I did was, instead of taking all of those fees and putting a binder of one for each, I just combined. So the down payment has its own binder. Um, it has its own savings tracker. I'm sorry. And let's see. And so let's go ahead and write this out actually. So I'm going to get my amounts here. And so for my down payment, it's going to be $12,250. So each one of these little hands with a house has to come up to a number. So we're going to do 12,250, and there's 30 little houses on here, divided by 30. So 12,250 divided by 30 equals, so 408. So I like to round up. So what we're going to do is make that 410. So each one of my little houses need to be $410. So every time I say $410, I will mark off a little house. Okay? And this is how you set up your tracker. All right? So my goal, my goal is 12,250. Okay? And then it dries pretty quickly, so we'll go ahead and put that in. Let me get some order here. Okay. So now for the closing cost. And we'll do the same thing. So closing costs, I needed $18,294.38, but I'm going to round that up to $18,300 just to give myself a little buffer, and to give myself a little buffer, and then I just like round numbers. So 18,300, and we're going to divide that by our 30 little money bags and calculators. And that's going to be $610. So every time I save $610, I will fill that in. Okay. So I'm going to be saving 18,300. And mind you, this may seem you know, like really big numbers, but I have a really big goal. So I'm okay with it. I'm not shying away from it. I'm not, letting it sting or whatever. I'm buying a house. It's a six-figure purchase. So with that being said, I should I have some level of expectation that, and I encourage you to too, that it's going to cost money to purchase a six-figure to make a six-figure investment. Okay. So it's just the cost of doing business. Now, is there down payment assistance? Yes. Can some of these fees be covered by the seller? Maybe. It takes a great negotiator, a great negotiating agent. So get you one. I'm here if you need one. But we like to negotiate closing costs by the seller. But like I always say, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I fully intend on saving my own money. When I get to a certain point, if I want to try to see if I can qualify before I get to the finish line of saving, then I'll do that. But my full intention is to save all of this money. Okay? So moving expenses. So after I close on a home, I have to move. So I made this savings tracker. Again, these are all going to be available. This is actually going to be available in a bundle. It's going to be my home savings challenge bundle. It will be a digital download for all of the trackers that's included in this home savings challenge bundle. And if you want me to actually put together a binder for you, it will include a binder. You will be able to choose your color. I will put together the envelopes for you along with the laminated savings challenge. So you can, I'll leave a link for that in the description below. Okay, so moving expenses. So we said $2,500 for the professional movers and then $300 for supplies, which is $2,800. So I am going to, that's already a nice round number. I like round numbers. I'm going to divide that by my 30 little moving trucks. And that is $93. Let me make sure I did that right. 2,800 divided by 30 is $93. So I'm going to make that $95. Ooh, that already feels very doable. So I said 2,800 is our total goal. And so that is what it's going to be. Okay, so that's our moving expenses. I can't wait to fill in one of those little moving trucks. Progress, progress, progress. That's the whole fun of it too. Like as you're saving, you get to see your progress. You get to see things moving forward. And for me, that's exciting. It's very motivating to keep going. And I know it will motivate you. Once you get started saving and putting your being very intentional about your savings goals, and use these trackers to track your progress, you'll see just how motivated that you will be to continue and actually reach your goals. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So I know that I will be saving for furniture. And I actually just realized that I don't have appliances in here. So I'll put the appliances one in here off camera, and the next time I pull out my savings binder, I'll show you guys. But for the furniture, I said that it would approximately be an $18,000 to furnish my new home. So I intend on furnishing all the rooms new. So that's going to be 18,000. And I did put a little cushion in there for in case I wanted to go short-term rental and I can get started with that. I did put some money in there for me to, buy a couple of things that I need for that as well. So the 18,000, and we're going to divide that by our 30 little um, furniture sets, and that's $600. So every time I save $600, I get to color one in. Okay, and that's our new furniture. I will come back and put in our appliances, but I did state what the appliances is. So I'm going to just write it on my little sheet here, and I'll make sure that I put it in. So if I were saving $5,000, 166. So of course I'm going to round that up to, I'm going to say 170 would be for each one of the appliances on my tracker. So I'll update that and add that to my binder. And then last but not least is going to be my sorry, this is okay, and last but not least is going to be my utilities and cleaning tracker. Okay, and so for that I budgeted $800 and divide that by 30 is 26. So I'm going to make that $30. Okay, so my goal is 800, but I'm going to be rounding up to $30. It's going to put me a little bit over my 800 target, but I like round numbers. So that's what it's going to be. Okay. And that is my home savings binder, guys. So um like I said, this if you want me to put a binder like this together for you, I will leave a link in the description. You can also just download these trackers yourself and print them out and make your own um binder following these steps here. All right, and that is it for our home savings binder. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please leave a like and a comment below and let me know if you intend on starting your home savings challenge, and let me know the price point that you are looking to purchase in your area, and maybe I can help you come up with let me know the price point that you want to get pre-qualified for in your area. Let me know the price point that you're looking to get pre-qualified for in your area. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.